We've been living in this house now for over 4 months, and it is finally time to start renovating and making it feel more like our own. This house is beautiful, but it's definitely more builder grade and not quite our style, so we wanted to just put our own touches on it and start to make it feel like our home. And we decided the first place to start was going to be our master bedroom. Now, our master bedroom is not super large. This isn't a big home. It's around 1,500 square feet, but I do really love a small, cozy bedroom, especially because we don't spend a lot of time in our bedroom. I really wanted to start with the master bedroom because every other place we've lived, we've always let the master bedroom be the last thing we focus on. We more put our energy towards the main living space or our kids' bedrooms. We have 4 kids under 4 and a teenager, so as you would imagine, our days are really full on, and I just wanted to create a space that at the end of the night, we could go in and we really enjoyed being in there, and it just felt relaxing and peaceful. I am by no means an interior designer, but I did create a mood board for this room just to make sure that everything was cohesive. So this is the vision for the room. We'll see if we really stick to this, but let's go ahead and get started on this room, starting with paint. When I was planning out this bedroom, I couldn't decide if I wanted to do vertical shiplap on the walls or if I wanted to do picture frame molding, and I ultimately decided on the vertical shiplap. I feel like it just adds so much to a space. It makes it feel really cozy, but also 3 out of the 4 walls in our bedroom either have doors or a big window on it, so I wasn't sure how I was going to lay out the boxes that just made sense and were symmetric and didn't feel just like weirdly placed. So I felt like the shiplap was a better call for this room, but if you are going for budget friendly and you want to add just a little something extra to the walls, picture frame molding is a cheaper way to go. But like I said, we decided on the shiplap. And then for paint color, I was so torn. I tried out a few different paint samples and I really at this point wasn't even fully decided on the color, but we ended up going with accessible beige. The color of the walls before was like this periwinkle blue, and whenever we painted samples on the walls, it just pulled really orange. So even at this point, I was not fully convinced that I was gonna love it, but we just went for it, and I am so happy with the color. I feel like it just warms up the space, and it's just gonna pair with all the decor that I have picked out perfectly. I just got a really fun package, so I had to drop everything that I was doing and show you guys. When I first was planning this bedroom refresh and making like mood boards, I knew I wanted to spend a lot of intentionality thinking through the bed, because I feel like if your bed can look really luxurious and you can mix textures and patterns, it just makes the whole bedroom feel really high end. And with this being a budget makeover, I wanted to really put my money and my thought into the bed first. So I was absolutely shocked when I checked my email one day and Quince had reached out to me to see if I wanted to collaborate on a video, and I immediately responded to them and said yes, I would love to. When I first started my YouTube channel, I actually started like a brands that I would love to work with list in my phone, and Quince was on there. So I was so excited when they reached out to me. I was actually going to purchase a few of these items already with my own money, so when they reached out to me, it was a no-brainer to say yes. I'm a huge Quince fan already. I'm actually wearing their cashmere sweater right now. It's one of my favorites, and the reason I love them is because they have such high quality pieces at such affordable price points. And you guys know that we're trying to make the switch in our house from being more polyester and plastic materials to natural fibers. So a big priority of mine was to find bedding that I loved that was affordable and also natural fibers, because you spend so much time in your bed, and I really wanted to make the swap there and just get rid of all of our nasty polyester bedding. And so everything I picked out from their website is 100% linen, and I have not opened it yet, so I'm so excited to tear into it and show you guys what I picked out. Okay, this is the European linen gingham fitted sheet set in the color olive. I absolutely love a gingham. This is so adorable. Oh my goodness. And the thing with linen is it's already really soft right now, but the more you wash it, the softer it gets. So love that. Let's see. This one is the European linen box quilt in the color sand. Oh, this is beautiful. Look at this. Are you kidding me? I love this off-white kind of creamy color. We live in Alaska and it's winter right now, so our bedroom does get a little colder at night, so I like to have like an extra layer on the end of the bed just in case we need it while we're sleeping. So this is gonna be perfect for that. And then this one is the real star of the show. This is the European linen double flange duvet cover in the color espresso. I absolutely love a chocolate brown. I just can't say no to it. Look at that color. I'm not gonna open it up because it's just a duvet cover, and you guys will see it styled here in a second. This color sells out so fast, so I was really happy that I was able to get my hands on a set. So I will leave links of everything I picked out down below. Thank you, Quince, so much for collaborating with me on this video, and let's go ahead and finish up this bedroom. Okay, this was one of the last things that I was waiting to get here, and it finally arrived. I'm really curious to see how this actually looks because this chair was on Amazon, and I feel like with Amazon, it can be like so hit or miss. It had pretty good reviews online, so I feel like it's gonna work out just fine, but like I said, you just never really know with Amazon. So let's open this up. I mean, it looks promising, but let's see, ready?
Okay. Drama!
I love it. She's cute. It's kind of small, I'm not gonna lie. It's a little smaller than I thought it was gonna be, but our room is small, so I feel like this is gonna work. Yeah, you try it.
The other one.
That's so cute, oh my gosh. Okay, we like it. I just realized that I forgot to talk about this rug that we got. So for some backstory, we live in Alaska. A lot of companies that sell bigger items don't ship to Alaska, and if they do ship to Alaska, you're gonna be paying $100+ for shipping. So getting a rug that was at least a 9x12 to Alaska was really challenging to find. Rugs are already pretty expensive, and I was struggling just trying to nail down a rug that I really liked, and I also did not want to spend $500, $600 on a rug. So I managed to find this one. It's actually a washable rug that you can get on Amazon. It's a 9x12. You can tell when you feel it, it's cheaper, it's like printed, but I actually really like the way it looks. I think it fits in really well with all the colors that I have going on in here, and it is a cooler tone, which everything else is a lot warmer. So I wanted to make sure that I pulled some cool tones in here. But I decided to go with this rug because this is not a high traffic room. We just mostly come in here to sleep. So if I'm gonna spend like $500, $600 on a rug, I want that to be like for our main living space and not for a bedroom. So I felt like this was a really good option for the room. I would say if you're looking for a rug for a high traffic area like a living room, I wouldn't recommend it because it is printed. I'm sure over time the pattern is gonna get more worn down, but this rug was only $150 off of Amazon. So I felt like it was a really good option for our bedroom. Caleb is getting everything set up so we can do this DIY headboard. This is our current headboard right now. It's fine, I just don't really love the like warm honey wood tone. So my idea is to do a padded linen headboard. I thrifted this linen sheet a few months ago with the idea to do a headboard with it, which I know that can kind of gross some people out, but this looks like it wasn't really even used, and you could totally buy one new if you want. But I only spent $10 on this, and like linen fabric is expensive. So I'm going to attempt it with this and hopefully it turns out. As far as the padding goes, we went to Michael's and priced out how much foam would be for our king size headboard, and foam is really expensive. It was almost $200 for how much foam we needed. So I did some digging and I found this queen size. It's actually a mattress topper on Amazon and it was only $50. I didn't realize that it has little, hopefully you can see that, holes in it. So we're gonna just have to see how this goes. We might have to add another piece of fabric over the foam before we put the linen on it so that you can't see those. But this is by no means a tutorial, so we're just gonna get into it and see what happens. Watching this footage back, there were quite a few things that went wrong, so I'm gonna walk you guys through that and show you what we did in the moment to kind of fix it, starting out with the mattress topper. So I ordered a queen size mattress topper and it was exactly the length of the headboard. We realized we actually needed it a little bit longer so that we could wrap it around and staple it to the back. And ours came flush with the headboard. It was fine, it ended up working out, but we were only able to overlap on the top and the bottom. We cut down the mattress topper so that there wasn't too much extra foam to work with and just started stapling it. We initially thought we were gonna do a layer of foam and then add the extra fabric and then top it off with the linen, but we started stapling the foam down and the nails just went straight through. So we had to nail both the fabric and the foam together so that the nails actually stuck. And that seemed to work pretty well, but the mistake we made here was we were using our old duvet cover, and so it was two pieces of fabric that were sewn together, and we really should have just like cut them apart and done maybe just one sheet of fabric instead of both of them, because it was very hard to keep the fabric from wrinkling. Because of that, we decided to stand up the headboard and make sure we were just pulling the fabric tight, but this headboard is not super high quality. So at one point, the whole thing almost fell apart. Caleb was able to staple it back together. It would have been so much easier to do this while it was laying on the ground, but like I said, we had extra fabric that we were working with, so we wanted to make sure everything was nice and smooth. So we got the extra fabric and foam stapled. It was time for the linen sheet, and this was really easy. Again, just pulling it as tight as possible and making sure that there weren't any wrinkles and that all the fabric was just laying super smooth. Okay, it is the next day. We have the headboard all set up, and I think it looks really good. I'm gonna be so real with you guys. I definitely thought while we were doing it was not gonna turn out, but I actually think it looks really high end, and especially for only spending $60, I'm very happy with it. I wanted to quickly show you guys a few things that I thrifted for this bedroom. If you are on a budget like me, then the thrift store is going to be your best friend. I feel like I found some things that look also very high end and are just gonna complete the space, and they were really affordable. I definitely by no means like went in one time and found all of these. I've been slowly collecting them over the last couple of months. So I'm gonna show you guys what I found. I found these little candlesticks. At first I wasn't sure if I liked them because they kind of remind me of like trumpets, but I do think that they're really cute and they will look nice on the nightstands. One day I hit the jackpot for styling books. My trick for finding styling books is to peel back the covers. All of these had kind of like ugly covers on them, and when you peel them back, sometimes you can find some like really beautiful styling books. And actually all of these are really fun books. Like this one is all about forests, and there's like some pretty pictures in there. This one is all about Imperial Rome, so it has some like pretty pictures in it too, which is just a plus. They had so many when I went, and I almost wish I would have grabbed a few more, but I think that these will look really nice in here, and whatever I don't end up using, I'll just use in our main living space. Then I found this vase. I just love the shape of it. I'm not sure if someone did a DIY on it. It kind of looks like that. On the inside, you can see there's like some drip marks, so maybe this was a little DIY project. I'm not obsessed with the color. I think that I might eventually change it, but that will be another project for another time. So we're gonna use this to style. I'm gonna get some stems, and I think that it's just gonna look really nice. I showed this in a video a couple weeks back, but I thrifted this lamp. It's a Hearth and Hand lamp. It's actually new with tags, and I just got a little too excited about it when I saw it at the thrift store that I didn't even check to see if it works. It doesn't. It's missing the turn dial right there that turns it on, but in my last video, one of you guys recommended getting an LED light bulb, and I did, and it works great. So I think that this is just exactly what I was looking for in the space. And then I found two more things. This is just a film photo. I think it's just really pretty. It also says in the back that it was taken July 21st, 1980. It was taken somewhere in France, and I just really like it. The last thing might be actually my favorite thing that I found, and it's just this little tiny frame. I already put a picture of me and Caleb in there, and I thrifted this a while ago, but I think this is so cute on our nightstand. So that's everything that I thrifted. I feel like that's gonna go a long way in this space, but if I need more decor, I'll probably just shop my house and see if there aren't things that I can pull from other rooms to use in here. I think I'll probably have to run to Target and get a few things like stems, but I'm really trying to stick to my budget. So I'm going to try to really limit what I buy there. But to be completely honest with you guys, it's been over a month since we started this project, which seems a little ridiculous because we didn't do anything crazy in here. But the main reason why it has taken so long is because, as you guys saw earlier in the video, Quince is doing a collaboration with me in this video. And so I was so excited when I got everything in. I laid it out on the bed and just like fell in love with it. And I really did know better. I should have just taken everything off after I decided that I liked it, but I didn't. And that night we put our boys to bed. They're definitely not ones to go down easy, but we put them down and we didn't hear anything for like 20 minutes. So me and Caleb were watching a show in the living room. We didn't hear anything. Our show finished, and we walked back to our bedroom, and I hear giggling in our bathroom. And I walk in, and they had taken all of my creams, all of like my face serums and creams, and brought them out here and smeared them all over the duvet and sheets and absolutely destroyed the duvet. Luckily, I was able to get everything out of the sheets, but the duvet was not as lucky. So I ended up reaching back out to Quince and explained it. I was honestly so embarrassed because this is my first collaboration. I'm like, that would happen to me. And they were so sweet, and they were like, we totally get it. So they sent me another one, and I've been waiting for this one to come in. So now I can replace the stained up duvet with the new one and just get this room finished up. But there is one more thing I want to show you guys real quick, and that is our new nightstands. This is one of the nightstands. So the story behind this is I showed my mom my mood board. I had nightstands on there from Studio McGee, and when my mom saw my mood board, she said, don't buy those nightstands. I have two just like that I want to give to you guys. And I was like, perfect, awesome. So I really like these. They're much better quality than the Studio McGee ones. But the one thing I don't really love is the poles on it. Those are the original ones, and I just feel feel like they don't quite go with the style of the room. So I just went on Amazon and found these fake brass ones and am just gonna switch out all of the handles. After a month and a half of working on this room, it is finally done and I love the way it turned out. But before I show you guys, let's remember what this room looked like before. And here it is now. I just love the way it turned out. I feel like it's just so cozy and warm and just exactly what I pictured in my mind. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and comment. Thank you again to Quince for collaborating with me on this video. If you want to buy any of the bedding that I use, I will leave all the links in the description down below. And if you want to see more of our home renovation, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and I will see you in the next video.